Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the lyrical and poetic themes of a truly poignant piece of writing, Going Nowhere Fast. If you've ever felt that overwhelming, exhausting weight of the modern rat race, or honestly, if you've ever calculated exactly how many cups of coffee it takes just to stay upright in that race, well, this analysis is going to resonate deeply with you. We're exploring how this text brilliantly captures that universal feeling of relentless hustle, a hustle that somehow yields absolute zero forward momentum.
Never first, always last, going nowhere fast. Just listen to the tension in those words. This is the chorus, right? The absolute heartbeat of the piece. It perfectly encapsulates that frustrating reality of expending massive, draining effort only to realize you aren't actually moving at all. You're never winning. You're always falling behind. And the sheer speed of your life, it's entirely disconnected from your actual destination. So, let's deconstruct these lyrics thematically. Part 1, the modern rat race, unpacking the lyrical trap. The crucial point here is how the text ironically uses this high-octane driving and racing imagery to depict someone standing completely still. We get phrases directly from the text like spinning my wheels, pedal down, and running circles on a track. Think about it. Think about the sheer physical and mental exhaustion of gripping the steering wheel in heavy, gridlock traffic. You know the feeling, right? You're burning fuel, your stress is peaking, but you haven't moved an inch. The author establishes a frantic, high-energy facade that totally papers over actual stagnation. It's like you can almost hear the engine roaring, but the vehicle is literally just burning rubber in the driveway.
Moving right along to part 2, the endless daily loop and the passage of time.
The author builds this strictly chronological timeline that brilliantly illustrates the narrator's day, leaving absolutely zero room for joy or spontaneity. At 8 a.m., they're out the door to face the exact same fate. The daytime is entirely consumed by spinning wheels, making money purely to pay bills, which, let's be real, is survival, not living. And then nighttime? Nighttime isn't a reward. It's just the stark realization that it's the exact same routine, ending with a heartbreaking reset, just to do it all over again the very next day. Ask yourself, have you ever felt like you're caught in a cycle like this? Clock keeps ticking, but it's all pretend. Same damn loop I can't suspend. It's like time is technically moving forward, but your life is just trapped on repeat. The text calls it all pretend because that traditional marker of progress, the simple passage of time, has completely lost its meaning. Time moves, sure, but the narrator's circumstances remain totally frozen in this suspended loop. Which brings us to part 3, the illusion of progress, fighting a rigged game. There's this incredibly agonizing contrast between the narrator's intense actions and their deeply stagnant results. On one hand, we see ambition and agency. They keep climbing, they've got a fire, they try to change lanes. But then look at the results. They remain at the bottom of the ladder. The fire burns too slow, and the road won't bend. It perfectly captures the pure agony of trying desperately to move forward while being blocked at every single turn. The environment flat out refuses to yield to their willpower. Actually, it's significantly worse than just standing still. The dark math of the second verse explicitly states that every step forward is 2 steps back. That leaves us with a net progression of -1. Despite maximum physical and emotional exertion, the narrator is actively losing ground. I mean, imagine the psychological weight of waking up every day knowing that your best efforts won't just fail, but will actively push you backward. It's literally a mathematical guarantee of failure that just crushes the human spirit. Let's explore exactly why this happens in part 4, a rigged system, broken promises of the future. Dreams on credit, hope is on hold. These are such powerful metaphors. They reveal a reality where even human aspirations and optimism are commodified. Just think about the phrase, dreams on credit. It implies that even imagining a better life requires borrowing against a future you don't even own. The text says they are seeing a future that is already sold. The narrator's destiny has been bought out from under them by unseen forces before they ever had a chance to live it. I keep betting on a better day, but house always wins, or so they say. The gamble of putting in hard work feels utterly futile when that realization hits. The game was never actually designed for them to win. The house here represents the societal structures, the broad economic realities, the rat race itself. You can place your bets with your time, your sweat, your youth. But as any gambler knows, the house is mathematically designed to take your chips in the end. Finally, we have to look at the internal shift in part 5, the psychological toll, internal despair, and surrender. Even my shadow doesn't have my back. The profound isolation in that line is just staggering. It's one thing to feel abandoned by the world, but here, the narrator feels so completely defeated that they're alienated from their very own self. When you are running from your past, as the chorus states, and even your own shadow abandons you, well, that represents a total fracturing of the spirit. There's no comfort left, not even internally. So, we have to ask, can the chain be broken? With all this incredible self-awareness about the daily loop and the rigged game, does the text offer our narrator any actual hope of escape? Does recognizing the trap give them the power to finally spring it? Told myself I'd break this chain, but habits got me trained. The tragically somber answer is no, because the external impossibility of winning has now become an internal, inescapable habit. And habit is the ultimate cage because the bars are entirely invisible. The external system doesn't even need to force them to run the track anymore. The conditioning is already complete. Habits Got Me Trained ensures that the exhausting loop continues forever, driven solely by the narrator's own programmed momentum.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to reflect on this final, striking image from the ending chorus. Got the pedal down, one more car to pass, going nowhere, nowhere fast. Continuing to aggressively chase an empty goal, desperate to pass just one more car. The text leaves us with a stark mirror held up to modern life. So I leave you with this question to chew on. Are we too just pressing the pedal down out of sheer, unthinking habit, going nowhere fast?